Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Oregon Employment Department's listening session for Thursday, October 26th. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Lindsay Leahy, and I'm the Unemployment Insurance Division Director here at the Employment Department. We'll get started in just a few minutes. All righty, let's go ahead and get started. So this listening session is being simultaneously interpreted in Spanish. If you would like to view the simultaneous interpretation, please follow the instructions shown on this slide, which are: click the interpretation box in the bottom Zoom bar and then choose Spanish. The presenter's voice will be lowered while the interpreter speaks over it. You can choose to mute the presenter if you prefer. These instructions will also be placed in the chat box. Before we get to today's topic, we want to remind you that this is a public webinar. This is being recorded and will be posted online. We cannot discuss any claim or business-related issues in this forum. Do not put personal or business information in the Q&A or chat boxes. For help with a claim issue, please use our online Contact Us form at unemployment.oregon.gov or call 877-345-3484. For business issues, please send us a message at francis.oregon.gov/employer or call 503-947-1488. During the next 60 minutes, we would like to share some information about the rule updates that the Employment Department is planning, and to gather your perspectives on two proposed rule amendments. The first rule change is regarding enhanced data sharing with the Oregon Department of Human Services, ODHS. Within Oregon state government, there has been increasing emphasis over the last several years to think more broadly about the government's responsibility to customers and other interested parties. State agencies are looking into how they can provide greater equity of service, better alignment of services between agencies, more responsive customer service, and better overall outcomes. In order to support these goals, the Oregon Department of Human Services is leading an effort to construct a shared longitudinal data set that could connect information regarding Oregonians across systems and agencies and across time into a single data system. Other agencies participating in this effort are the Oregon Health Authority, the Oregon Youth Authority, the Oregon Department of Corrections, the Oregon Department of Education, including the Early Learning Division, Oregon Housing and Community Services, and the Higher Education Coordinating Commission. Federal regulations permit the Employment Department to disclose confidential information to other agencies. However, current Oregon administrative rules prohibit us from sharing our customers' data with other agencies without those customers entering into an express written contract providing informed consent to the data sharing. In order for the Employment Department to participate in the Oregon Department of Human Services longitudinal dataset effort, we need to amend our administrative rule OAR 471-010-0120 so that it does not require us to notify a customer and secure their informed consent prior to disclosure of de-identified information. The second rule amendment also focuses on data sharing. However, this change focuses on the way customers can authorize the release of information to a third party. Currently, informed consent requests to release information must be either witnessed or verified by an Employment Department employee or WorkSource Oregon partner or the document must be notarized. The Employment Department is modernizing our systems and creating an online portal, Francis Online, where customers can securely log in and file a claim, complete questionnaires, view their documents and decisions, and more. As part of that modernization effort, we are creating an online version of the informed consent document that customers can submit electronically. The proposed rule change to OAR 471-010-0105 will clarify that customers who securely log into their Francis online account and submit the form electronically have a verified signature. Protecting our customers' personal data and privacy is a top priority for the Employment Department. So we want to be careful about how this updated rule language is worded and how the rule changes are implemented to ensure that our customers are protected as much as possible. Now we're going to move on to the details about the comment and question portion of today's listening session. The webinar is being recorded and we will post it to unemployment.oregon.gov. Since the listening session is limited to 60 minutes, we ask that you keep your comments to 5 minutes or less. We may need to reduce the comment time to 2 minutes if a large number of people would like to comment. That way, we can be sure that everyone has the opportunity to be heard today. If there is limited participation, we might also end the webinar early if there are no more comments or questions. If you'd like to make a comment or ask a question, please raise your hand and I will call on people in the order the hands are raised. Please make sure to state your full name and tell us if you are making a comment or asking a question. If you are joining us by phone, please be sure to press *6 to unmute yourself when you are called on. If technical difficulties prevent you from participating today, please email your comment or question to oed_communications@employ.oregon.gov. If you do not want to speak, but have a comment that you would like to share or a question that you would like to have answered, please put your question in the Q&A box. Our unemployment insurance listening session panelists are available to answer your questions. They are Lisa, Tim, Carol, and Sarah. Please remember, we cannot answer questions specific to your benefit claim or your business in this public forum. For help with claim issues, please use our online Contact Us form at unemployment.oregon.gov or call 877-345-3484. For business issues, please send us a message at francis.oregon.gov/employer or call 503-947-1488. I look forward to hearing your comments and thank you so much for your participation today. Just as a reminder, if you have a comment or a question, you raise your hand and I'd be happy to call on anyone. If you're calling in by phone, hit *6 to unmute, or you're welcome to use the chat or the Q&A boxes and we can respond in writing. Looks like there is a question in the chat, asking if we received questions through other avenues already. Not yet. We received some comments and support, but no questions. Thank you for that question. There was another question in the chat, is if we will be reading the questions and answers you received and responded to. If we can, we absolutely will. Sometimes we have to follow up with the answers to questions, or people just want a direct response, and so sometimes we don't do those, but where we can, we'll read them aloud here. Okay, we have another question in the Q&A box. This one asks, are you able to elaborate on how the rule change will impact any data sharing agreements currently in place between state agencies? Will those be rescinded? Also, will there be any non-state agencies impacted by the rule change? So as far as I'm aware, and UI experts, correct me if I am incorrect in this answer, but it should not impact any data sharing agreements except for with ODHS, because we would have that additional capability with them. So we shouldn't be rescinding anything or needing to modify. And there shouldn't be any impact to the non-state agencies as far as I'm aware.
That is correct. The crafting of the rule to allow us to share this de-identified data with the ODHS longitudinal study would be drafted very narrowly so that it would apply only in this case to the ODHS longitudinal study.
Thank you for the question. And thank you, Lisa.
Certainly.
righty. Looks like we have some attendees dropping off. So it's about 4:30. We'll just go ahead and see if anyone else has any additional questions. Again, raise your hand and I can call on you, or you can continue to use the Q&A box, and we'll give it another 5 minutes or so and see if any additional questions or comments percolate, and I'll check back in. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of our time today. This listening session was recorded and will be posted to our website at unemployment.oregon.gov. We have another listening session taking place tomorrow, October 27th at 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. Next week, we will be hosting 2 listening sessions regarding the definition of equity and good conscience, which is what we use in our administrative rules when deciding who is eligible for a waiver of overpaid benefits from the unemployment insurance program. For updates or to register to attend those listening sessions, please visit unemployment.oregon.gov. Thank you for taking the time to join us today, for listening and providing your feedback. We really do appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you.